Can we jump into some specific examples where decision management is applicable today?
Sure. Let's start with regulated industries. Financial services being a good place to start. Lots of decisions made in financial services. You want to be able to manage your decisions about which customers you should actually offer products to. That's called know your customer decisions. You then proceed on to what rates and under what conditions you want to offer, say, an insurance policy to that customer. Those decisions are informed by your internal policies, but they're also informed by state laws and federal laws when you're in the states. Those can all be automated in decision logic to help you drive decisions. You've got marketing decisions. Who should we pursue to drive our business forward, and which targets do we want to avoid? Fraud. Which transactions, and this is crucial in a digital world, which transaction patterns or which individual transactions look like they're most likely to be fraudulent, and let's stop them before they complete to the end. And then you've got all kinds of decisions about how to support and service customers once they are your customer. So if there's a problem, how should we handle them? If in financial services there's a situation that maybe you want to get collections involved, let's be really sure we want to do that. Collections is not a nice experience for customers. So let's be really sure before we pull the trigger on that. How do we handle disputes? How do we handle enrichment? What offers should we make to try to get our customer to actually do more with us? What sorts of programs would we offer? What is their situation? And what sort of decisions would we make to then prompt them to do more with us?
What's really different about decision management? Why not just code our way through these problems? What is the real pain that decision management is solving?
The pain that decision management solves is change. If we embed decision logic in code, we make change very difficult for two reasons. First, the decision logic itself is enmeshed in a larger program, a larger set of coding assets. So when we need to change that logic, we need to do some detective work to figure out where is it? And then, because it's intertwined with the rest of the application logic, changing it means we're going to affect interdependencies within that logic that just are really, really difficult to sort out. It's just too slow, is what it comes down to. It's too slow. Plus, you've got so many decisions now that apply to multiple products, multiple lines, multiple channels. And so if each one of those products or business lines or channels has its own application, its own copy of that decision logic, or its own version of that decision logic embedded in the code, and you want to change a policy, well, you might have to rip into 7 or 8 different applications and find the decision logic, change the decision logic, test all of the interdependencies. It just takes too long. It's not tenable anymore.
Great. We understand the pains that decision management is addressing. Tell us a little bit more about the approach and how decision management goes about solving these pains.
The approach is really two things. Decision management is a platform. It's a specialized platform for managing decision assets, decision logic. That's its sole purpose. It's not a general purpose application server. Its purpose is to manage decision assets. Along with that platform comes a set of tools and implicitly really a methodology for defining decisions, defining the logic of decisions. So the methodology, just in brief, is there's a discovery phase where you'll take either an existing decision that you're already executing, say in COBOL or Java or something like that. You try to abstract from that. What is the core of that decision? We're going to re-implement it now as a decision asset. Or a lot of people take documents, regulations, internal policies, rules like the Visa and MasterCard networks have pages and pages of rules that govern how you participate in their networks. And you take those inputs and you design then the decisions. What is the logic? What are the conditions? What are the parameters that need to go into that decision logic in order to create the outcome you want? You implement that decision as an asset, as an executable asset. You then simulate, really test those assets, feed them cases, feed the assets cases, the decisions cases. See if the results are lining up with what you want. See if there's integrity. See if they're actually there's integrity for your business operations. Once you're satisfied that you've got good, solid decision assets, you deploy them and you actually put them into production and start to execute real business every day on those using those assets.
What are the outcomes that customers around the world can expect from using decision management today?
So first of all, you're creating decision assets. This is an interesting idea for a lot of folks. They don't tend to think of the decisions they make as assets, but they really are. Secondly, those decision assets now can be application independent. So as your application portfolio evolves for product management or underwriting or marketing or whatever it happens to be, the decisions can evolve on their own cycles. Third, because these platforms employ modeling tools, and they all do, you have a much better environment for your IT professionals to collaborate with your business experts on creating the logic behind these decisions. You're not sitting there writing code.
Thanks a lot, John. Thanks for joining us today. And please contact us for more information on decision management solutions from Sapiens Decision. Thank you.